So one of the weird news bits, informations for the gaming world that came out recently was Nikke having a collab with Persona. Yeah, you never thought we'd see the day. I think it's like part of the tease for like Persona's 30th. Gotta have it every, but as much as you can. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this little thing I like to, a talking about thing I do, and try to go with who might the characters be. This is coming from someone is a little bit. I'm a fan of Nikke. I'm a fan of Persona. So I think it's just good to just have a little fun and just chat about it. Most of this is going to be off script. The only thing I'm going to have here is just to do a brief rundown of the games to get you an idea of what they are. Goddess of Victory Nikke is a gacha game by South Korean developer Shift Up, who you may also know as developers of Stellar Blade. It's a post-apocalyptic game where humans have retreated underground due to an invasion of a species known as the Raptures. Robot, freakazoid, creature things that take on a variety of styles, shapes, blah blah blah. You play as a commander of a group of Nikkes, lady combatants and soldiers, who are in a way of similar to cyborgs or androids, but really only by idea. And because I don't want to do too much research into this, makes it a little bit easier for me to edit. Nikkes are all women since they are the most compatible in the Nikke program. This is the lore reason. The other reason you'll probably see in an ad in a few videos from now, after clicking this one, especially with their recent summer event going on. You roll to recruit Nikkes and can upgrade them with equipment, cubes, dolls, a variety of outfits, and etc. The Nikkes that you can recruit are including, but definitely not limited to, Rappy, Anise, Neon, Rappy, Aid, Dorothy, Rappy, Blanc, Scarlet, Rappy, and these two. Now, despite the strong appeal that the Nikkes have, don't let that shit fool you. This game's story and even the side stories will tug on your emotions and make you cry faster than thinking about your last relationship, or that time you accidentally bumped your side into the corner of the table and took 3 minutes to recover from that. The story is really great, and I can't even begin to count how many times I cried just even in the most recent campaign chapter. For reference, today I'm recording this is July 3rd, so I believe it's 46, I believe. If you know, you know, regarding a certain after Blackout City, whatever. Now, if this was an ad, I will tell you to click the link in the place in the description to give the game a try, but I'm just going to recommend another channel that's kind of heavily focused more on Nikke in case you're interested. Personally, I would recommend the VTuber Artemis Luna. She's the one that I've been watching a lot, and her playthroughs have me both crying and laughing. She's just a really cool and chill person, like fun, like little yap sessions. Her azology videos are perfect, and also just in general, the music for Nikke, super good. Persona is a series by the Japanese developer Atlus, who is a subsidiary of Sega. Originally a spin-off of their other main game, Shin Megami Tensei. Persona, in its most modernized version, is known for being a Japanese high school student in a various city or town, depending on the game you play. Something strange or mysterious goes down, and you, along with your friends or classmates, end up waking to the power of your heart, your persona, your other self. You form bonds, pass math exams, become someone's first boyfriend, and by the end of the day, you're in another world, to say the least, and not give too much information, growing your power and uncovering the truth of these secrets and mysteries, all within 1 year's time. Now, before I talk about who I think would be the Persona characters coming to Nikke, I will be going over spoilers of the Persona games, including Persona 4, which is scheduled to have its remake, Persona 4 Revival, released early next year. I highly recommend avoiding spoilers for this and any of the Persona games mentioned, but especially 4, if you're willing to give Persona 4 a try. Consider this your final warning. So as much fun as it would be to say Joker, you, and Makoto as the recruits for the Nikkes, I'm going to try to be a little bit more of exact with it. So when it comes to collabs with Nikkes, usually they have about 3 units or characters from who they're collabing with to be recruits in Nikke. So one of the main first examples was Chainsaw Man, where the main 3 units were Power, Makima, and Himeno. From Nier Automata, you had 2B, A2, and Pascal. From Re:Zero, you had Amelia, Rem, and Ram. And if you're Evangelion, you have a lot, too many. I'm not even bothering naming them all. With Stellar Blade, shut up's own property, they had Eve, Raven, and Lily. When they collabed with Resident Evil, they had Ada, Claire, and Jill. And with their most recent collab with Licorice Recoil, they had Chisato, Takina, and Kurumi. Now with these collabs, they usually have one character as an SR unit, one you can pretty much get for free, and then 2 SSR units, usually like the main characters of the usually like the more main characters of the collab, not surprising. Now with the teaser they showed for the Persona collab, they showed the logos for Persona 5's Phantom Thieves, the TV for Persona 4, and the Dark Hour for Persona 3. So it should be pretty obvious it's probably going to be one of each of them, considering that's 3 games of 3 characters. I don't think they're going to do 3 of each or something. That I heard that was like doing a multi-part would be crazy, and that does sound too crazy even for that. So we're going to go with one character from each game. We're going to start off with Persona 3 because this is probably the easiest one. Aigis. I think Aigis is 100% the Persona 3 representative going to be for Nikke. Aigis is a robot built to hunt shadows in Persona 3, and she has fingertips with guns, so that's a gun character. Bam. I think that makes the most sense. I think Aigis would probably be an SSR, and that's because with the SR, I'm going to save that one for last because that one I believe is going to be a Persona 4 character. So let's start with Persona 5. I would say there's 2 really good options. Well, first one that I actually do think might have a better chance would probably be Makoto. Nijima Makoto, just so we're clear. The not as hot one, unfortunately. But one thing with Makoto is that her persona is Johanna, and it takes the form of a bike. And in the game, in Nikke, Sugar is a character with a bike. Was it Black Typhoon? I hope I remember that right. Just gonna show them how fake I am. So I don't know if they'll probably feature Sugar in the collab if they do go with Makoto or not. She gives off the vibe that will be like that. Now in Persona 5, each character does wield a gun. Makoto wields a like 6-shooter, I think, like a revolver. So that's a possibility. I think that would probably make it like an AR, because Jill has a pistol, the Lightning Hawk, I believe. I don't know. Now the other character that from Persona 5 that might be a potential is An. I think this one is really obvious for the sole fact that An is the hot character of the game. It's the first girl party member that you get in the game, and I think with the fire skill for like a giant AoE thing, it's could work out. She does wield like what's it called, a TMP, I want to call it, like a little machine pistol, so that would probably be SMG, I would assume, for going with gun or not. The really tricky part is with Persona 4. Now, again, reminder, spoiler territory. This is the last warning, Persona 4 territory, of spoiler territory. There would be 2 characters, and I think both of these would probably be SRs. My main guess was Rise. I'm not entirely sure how, because Rise is a navigator. So you don't actually control her. She's there in the background to provide support. She doesn't have a weapon. Granted, there is a thing with Persona 4 Ultimate, the fighting game, where she is able to fight, but I don't really know how that would work out. So that's why I think Reese is really popular with that. The other one I would think would probably be Naoto, because she has a gun, and that's her main weapon in Persona 4. Honestly, that one tidbit is the only other reason why I would think she might be good on here. I don't think they would go with Naoto due to Persona 4 story stuff, so that's also why I put it recently there. And because of that and how like little the details for it, that's why I would think they would be SRs. Yeah, I don't know. Persona 4 is the tough one. My main guesses are Makoto, Rise, and Aigis. Could there be other ones? Obviously. The only other ones I think that would fit would probably be Yukari and maybe Sumire. I don't know. That one's a tough one. But An and Makoto are like the main 2 girls you know of. So that's my guess. I don't know. I think that's my main 3. My main 5, main 3 is Makoto, Rise, Aigis. Main 5, An, Makoto, Rise, Naoto, Aigis. I think Aigis just for sure might be it. Who knows? We'll see. I don't really know how else to end it, to be honest. So I guess I'm gonna call it like that. Let's see how it goes. We'll probably get the reveal close to September or October. I think that's roughly around the last time we get the collab with Resident Evil happen. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it there because I can't think of anything else to do. So we'll see how this goes in the end. Be sure to check out either other Persona stuff, Nikke things, depending on whatever you like. And I'll be here until whenever. I don't know. I have no way to end this thing. All right, everybody, take care. Oh, recording? Okay, cool. Hi, editor Jose here. It's currently August 3rd, the day I'm recording editing, and finally actually trying to get to editing this. By the time I'm editing this, they actually did like 3 extra notifications for Nikke and Persona. The first one being the announcement of the date of the collab, August 13th. So September was a lie. I was wrong about that. They did preview 2 featuring Nikke's for the what's it called? Lose my train of thought again. For the collab. So they featured this one here of Miranda and I'm gonna guess Downtown Art around the dark hour. So Miranda's gonna cover Persona 3. And then they also literally just like 17 minutes ago, 17 minutes ago of Quincy looking through the TV for, I guess, the TV world. So Quincy's gonna handle Persona 4, which I guess leaves leaves Polly for Persona 5. Would be the police with the Phantom Thieves one, and that way that rounds up ACPU being one of the main central units squads for this collab. Hey, editor Jose here, back again. I realized I said Quincy and said that was the ACPU, forgetting that Quincy's has a Phantom Thief skin, so it is likely Phantom with the Phantom Thieves for Persona 5, because Miranda has a Phantom Thief unit. Quincy's part of it. I don't know why I thought I got Quincy and Query confused. Q's, I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm trying to talk everything fast to get this thing done in time. Alright, bye. I highly recommend avoiding spoilers for this if you plan on playing. You done?